You wouldn't know satire if it slapped you in the face. But that's okay. Really only 2 wars left. Taking the land we need off of Pegu and annexing Sunda. Then we make our cores, make ourselves into Malaysia, and that's it for the campaign. There's just not much else to say about it. But I wanted to stream tonight because I love Europa, and I wanted to play it at work today, but sadly I had to spend my time watching some pretty interesting presentations. Jake, have you forgotten you are the QC guy? Get them to fix aggressive expansion against people on the other side of the planet. See, part of me thinks that this is really probably how it should be. I mean, the fact that I ran away does not change the fact that I was a truce-breaking son of a gun with quite a bit of power around here. And they want to cut me down to size. In a way, they're doing a good job of taking care of my finances. Now all they want are ducats, but they're not going to get ducats. They'll probably accept a concede defeat when they notice that I have no ducat. Here you go, France. You can have all the no ducat. Good girl. Kind of looking forward to fighting Pegu. I wonder what they have. And I wonder how good the Ming fleet is. Yeah, that is all kinds of debt. I don't mind the money so much, but I don't want to give you war reparations. That's just nasty. Still, perhaps our trade fleets should go home at war right now until we can suss out just how strong the Ming one is. We could just look at the ledger, but where's the fun in that? We should be able to soundly beat anything that comes our way. Beat them like a goddamn drum. Jake, was you able to vote in the election as you was still British citizen living in an EU country? Could have, but I told my mate just to throw away my voting card since I don't really care what happens to Britain anymore. That's a problem for the British. Me, I am now Swedish. Probably. Yeah, Holy War is always nicer than Conquest in my books. And frankly, bring all your friends. Okay, so they also have 20 heavies. This I'm kind of interested in. Let's throw on the greatest admiral known to man, Glenn Lindsay. So strange that's based off of Scottish names rather than Scottish culture. Holy smokes, did the AI grayskin? No, not at all. How in the world could you ever think that? Not even close to grey skinning. They're in a state of religious war. Which, you know, if I get a bit of luck, we'll keep the coalition off my arse for a while. 240 aggressive expansion. That is truly nasty. At least we've won enough battles here at long last. Crush them. How have I got negative here? Ah yes, blockades, but nothing to worry about. Much like these nationalists, nothing at all to worry about. Although I should probably take care of them with great haste. enough of you guys together, and all will be well. Jake, you're running away just like your Scottish game. Yeah, there's quite a bit of parallels that can be drawn between these. Okay, so there are a rather large number of people here. Looks like they outnumber maybe 2.5 or 3 to 1. You can't worry about these things. That's right, you stay right there. My general isn't quite as good as I wish he were. And like I said, morale counts for a lot. Oh jeez, that doesn't look so hot for me. Not with those kind of numbers. Yeah, they can wear me down. Holy War's great, he said. Nothing I love more than getting destroyed, he said. And I have to core that land, don't I? Not to mention we have these rebs rising up. But that's okay. All part of my master plan. Still working on the finer details of it though. Alright, Glenn, you got this in the bag. Hold on, Glenn Lindsay. Glenn's a girl's name, isn't it? Glenn. Did I know Glenn? I honestly can't remember. Shows how long I've been out of the country. Okay, let's take care of one of our problems right now. Well, I mean, is it really a problem? They're just nationalists. Oh, okay, well this is a problem. You include some heavies, which is a pain, and I don't want to lose my transports, so we'll send Glenn Lindsay out with the transports, just with the trade fleet, just to keep them there, whilst the heavies move in for the kill. This might damage my guys a bit more than I want them to. So as soon as you can, get out of there, even though we're not allowing Glenn to keep the fight going. Jake, I have a male friend called Glenn. I don't know, kind of lost in thought there then. Alright, so those numbers look incredibly the opposite of promising. Putting me in a state of distraught, I think. But that's fine. Who wants things to be too easy? I certainly don't. And with that, we'll get even more war score on this coalition war that is probably never going to end because, yeah, coalition wars, the best. We're out of our war focus, which is not great. And it's also going to be not great if you march over to Kendal right now. But that's a risk I'm willing to take. You know, this looks really bad. I'd love to finance a large army, but with what money? I certainly have the manpower for it. How are we looking? Yeah, we can have another couple of casseroles. And a few more cannons always go a long way. I like this. I like this a lot. Jake, do you really need that many guys on the Borneo colony? Wait, which one? Oh, right. This one. 3,000 for 3,000? I could probably spare one of them. Every little is going to help at this stage. How long until the next coalition war, though? Alright, good job, Langshan. Oh, jeez, the Ming Navy. Looks pretty good, but is it Glenn Lindsay good? That is the question, and the answer is probably no. We'll keep our trades in there. I'm not sure what good that's going to do me, but we will anyway. Ravage them. Okay, poor uniforms is not something I want, since, like I just said, I value morale quite highly. So we're going to shift on war focus for the shortest of time, and we're going to go and brutalize these guys with our units as mashed up as possible. We're also going to be greatly amused at Majapahit nationalists making their way into Sunda. We're not going to be so amused at our army getting destroyed here. But that's alright. Well, that isn't so nice though. How we do this? Split them in half. Half repair, half don't. How about you guys? I want my land back. So, tragic times for Malaysian Scotland, but we brought this on ourselves. Jake, have you cored your land yet? I believe I'm going to lose this core rather soon. Unless I went out of my way to defend it. But, so what will I do? Malaccan nationalists. I quite like the sound of that. We'll take this moment to reduce the autonomy around here. And with a bit of luck, we'll get some rebels to help us on the way. Yeah, that's all of them done. Still, this is a little disappointing. I won't recall you because the admin is, well, it's lost forever now. There's no need to pay down the war exhaustion. Revolts are something, just a number. The issue is when the next coalition comes. Got 1623, Netherlands declare independence. This is interesting to me because now I wonder... Yeah, they were foolish enough to move their capital back to Borgo? Whatever, wherever that is. Which allowed the Netherlands to break free. I wonder what they're going to be doing. Allying Normandy. Clever boy. However, that might draw Normandy into a disastrous war. Still, they grabbed Wales, so good on you. Jake, how is the Swedish culture conversion going? Any nice females to help you along? That reminds me when Sweden should have plus culture conversion due to their female population. Well, don't you sound lecherous. So, we had a party on a boat. It's part of Paradox recently. And it just so happened that on that day my kilt arrived. Right on time, right? Ooh, you know what, I think you guys can keep trading since I need those boom dollars right now. And we could always do with a bit more military. Not that more defensive is going to help us out. So we're on a boat party and I was fully dressed up in my kilt and my Scottish wares. That was a lot of fun. A lot of good stories from that boat party, but I won't be the one to tell them. Glad we got you back. Turned a lot of heads, me walking around Sweden in a kilt. And there was this person on the train that kept looking at me. When I turned towards their direction, they would kind of look away in a very Swedish kind of way. Swedes don't like speaking to you. They're so passive. Silly Swedes. Speaking of silly, I've really done myself over in this war. But again, that's alright. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? That is pretty high on the bad things that can happen. Took my eyes off the prize, and now Castile are coming in and making my life considerably more miserable with 15,000 of their best and brightest, led by a 5-fire general. Unpleasant. Cringe-worthy display, to be honest. By me. But that's fine, really. Oh, those guys are probably going to march right back into my land. They're Majapahitan nationalists. So they'll go where Majapahit have a core. Which, yeah, back into my lands, but what you gonna do? We'll take care of our rebel problems, we'll take care of our Castilian problems. I mean, even getting you out, they still want all my money, and I don't have all my money to give. In fact, this is rather unpleasant. Guess we're firing advisors. Good. Let's keep it that way. And yeah, we're still paying war reparations to Cologne. It's almost tempting to declare war on them, so we won't have to be doing that anymore. Wow, we are getting murdered here. Truly murdered. That's horrible. Part of that was that I forgot I had these guys. Now you've got it. You can do it one shot. It's probably very foolish to do. I mean, they've got full morale, so forget about that. There are these guys still trying to find me that city of gold. Well, you know, if you find some gold, please send it back home. There's a slight chance of finding some in Alaska. That is not gold. Oh, trust me, I already have the Scandinavian DLC. Worth every penny. Although it was really quite expensive. Yeah, there goes those Majapahitan nationalists again. But perhaps we'd be better off not worrying about them right now. Oh boy, the truce has ended. I think the pain train is about to come yet again. Just depends how quickly they join that coalition. Although we can almost get out of it. A few more months and we should be able to just bow out gracefully. Not gracefully, just gracefully. Which will save me a battle with the Castilians, assuming they don't manage to take Gayo. Although the breach and 14% doesn't fill me with sparkling confidence. I didn't take a loan there, did I? Good. I'm actually just making money for a change. Jake, remember to core your colonies. I thought I had, but I guess I'm wrong. Nothing new there. And one of the big issues is losing the Malaccan provinces really took a dip into our trade income, but that's alright. We're gonna kick these guys right out of our country, isn't that right? I mean, they're just begging for peace. A piece of my ass, perhaps, but we can win this one way or another. Still, again, working on the finer details. Oh, and whenever possible, I like not to let the month tick by whilst my troops are at sea, since that will cause 1% attrition, which is never something you want, is it? Alright, so even though we have flat out won this war, we have to concede... Oh no. Concede defeat is cheaper in coalition war. We've got a few months to wait, and if they manage to take that province, then we have even longer. Okay, tell me about yourselves. You have no maneuver, we have one maneuver. That puts us at an advantage. Of course, we have to wait like 5 months to fully reinforce this stack. But this stack is going to be full of pain for you, Langshang, of that I guarantee. Alright, 2 months and that should be the end of these guys. I'd love to go and destroy the Castilians, but I have some Asians to put to sword and steel first. Jake, why not try improving relations with some of the bigger guys? It wouldn't make a splash in the ass at this point. Minus 144 with you. I'd still be negative at that point. Plus, I need all my diplomats to sit there and smoke expenses instead of actually doing even the slightest bit of work. Instantly discovered. Jake, bait him onto your side. I am sorely tempted. I wonder if he'd take the bait. No, he just wants the island. But the island is acceptable as well. Because, again, we don't take that crossing penalty, and we will murder them, and nobody can chase us onto it. So who wins there? Well, not Langshang. Alright, get the hell out of my country. Casual scum, they're everywhere I go. 2 more months, we'll have a full army, and we go and destroy the Asian menace. We need to get back... Oof, that's a painful bit of war score we've lost. Well, Malacca takes priority here. Troops are close enough to fully ready to fight. Now what I'm going to do is actually dock. Let's see, it takes 1-2 days to dock. Now why am I docking? What foolish plan is that? Well, the moment they shatter, I come out here and I can enjoy another battle with them. It just further pushes along the showing superiority by winning enough wars, winning enough battles. Which, well, works for me. Now we need Malacca back, and we need it back in a hurry. Since it is the source of a lot of our money. Oh yeah. Bloody nationalists. Well, they're not about to enforce their demands anytime soon. We'll be fine. Just fine. Also, this is rather nice. The AI is terrible currently at picking up their exiled units. I mean, look at that. They got a boat. I got 16 boats. 16 guys. Are they going to get on that boat? You tell me. Yeah, you tell me. Beginning to think the issue is that they actually brought over 16,000 more, and now that they can't undock on my land, they're like, oh, want to pick these guys up, but we're full. And the fact that there are 2 shields there kind of tell me that there are troops on board. I'd like to do the not my problem dance, but I've done plenty of dancing. Jake, bait the Ming units into your land and then block them. Nah. What kind of cheap tactic user do you take me for? Only the best non-exploitative strategies around here. I assure you. Oh, Malaccans want to rise up again. Probably because I reduced autonomy. But that could work to my benefit if this province wants to fall, which it should. Because I want money, and I'm sure they want to give me money. Also, where'd all their troops go? Why aren't they coming down to wreck my day? You're only at war with me. I want this to be like a challenge. Well, clearly they don't. Anyway, we're getting out of here. Those rebels have had free reign in my country for far too long. Yeah, I'm actually probably getting a lot of war exhaustion from all this. Which is good, because that will provoke rebels further. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm sure that next coalition war is right around the corner, because I look even weaker than normal right now. Look, we'll even dock our boats so you don't have to be afraid of getting stuck. Jake, in light of your coalition woes, would it help to something war reparations? I don't know. Maybe. Alright, where are we actually sending you? I think over here. See, the tricky thing is I need to kill these Python Rebs, but I don't have free reign over there to get to you. Again, we managed to get our troops over there without making Tick of the Month all unhappy. So what do? That seems reasonable. I'll get you folks down here for them blockades. That stack really needs to die, though. Scottish peasants wanting to rise up too. No! Now is the time, Malaccan nationalists. Rise up. Rise up for your freedoms. Win or lose, I win. Actually would have worked better for me if the rebels had one. But I find this... Oh, whoa! Well. Isn't that lovely? Because it forces them to send reinforcements to take care of it. Baiting them deeper into my land. Damn it. Can't have France getting stronger. Unacceptable. Ask and you shall receive. Yeah, you got that right. Sometimes this game just really understands me. Okay, one issue is though that I actually don't want those rebels succeeding there. I was kind of hoping they would throw more of a force down to take care of it. But you can't have everything. Nor should you. You'd get complacent. Seriously though, now is the time to take care of those rebs, my mortal enemy. Alright, Bali down. Looking forward to that counterattack already. Where's that coalition when I deserve it? Natives of Missouri. It figures the nationalists make it there, but again, what's there to even worry about? Oh yeah, why do I have to have a truce with you? How long's it gonna last? Till the 30s, okay. Gutting. Hi Jake, hi chat, what's happening here? Well, getting destroyed by rebels. Coalition.